Angry guy here, and I'm 30 and never had a boyfriend. I'm 30 and never had a boyfriend. This is pretty crazy. So, we have some videos that are coming out right now. And the video we're going to be looking at right today is a video from a content creator. Her name is Simply Simone. And I found it very intriguing. She made a video titled, I'm 30 and never had a boyfriend. And what's interesting about these videos is a lot of women are putting out content like this, don't have friends, don't have boyfriends. But what they don't reveal is that, sure, they have never had a boyfriend, but they've had plenty of men that they've dated. At the same time, I guarantee you that in most cases, these women also have a lot of orbiters. So they have guys in the friend zone or a specific guy in the friend zone that has been giving them all the benefits of a boyfriend for a decade or decades. And as a result of this, they are extremely picky. And because they have these men orbiting around them, they basically say that, well, worst case scenario, I can just pull one of these guys out of the friend zone whenever I choose to, and I'll have this guy as my plan B guy. And this is how crazy society is today. Let's go ahead and jump into the video, but I wanted to just give you that context so that you understood what was going on and the fact that you can spot things a mile away. And a woman in the video, she's quite attractive, very good looking, and yet you can see that she's made the decision that no one is essentially good enough for her, even though she basically says that, it's not like she has very high standards. You're 30 years old, but you've never had a boyfriend, and but yet you don't have very high standards. Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Simone and thank you for tuning into my channel. So this is truly not clickbait and we know why you're here, so let's just get started. I am actually about to turn 30 in March, which is crazy, but where my 1994 baby's at, and I really have never had a boyfriend. So when I was younger, I definitely thought like 20, 21 was old. I thought I was gonna be married at 22, kid at 24, kid at 26, like LOL. Because here I am now almost 30 and can count on one hand how many times I've ever even been on a date in my life. So very much expectation versus reality mixed match there. But moving on, people are always like, well, you must be picky and you blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, babe, I am not picky because I have standards. And my standards, like my necessities requirements for my future husband, the list is actually so short. It's just really hard to find. That's the problem. So number one, he needs to be like a God-fearing Christian man that is actively living a Bible-led lifestyle, not just I believe in God vaguely, loosely, and just living crazy. No. Like, let's be for real. Number two, three, and four really is just like loyal, family-oriented, and a leader. That's it. Everything else is a preference. Like, yes, of course, I would prefer you to be funny. We all have preferences on what they look like, but those things are not set in stone. The things I really need are just that short list right there, but tell me where we're finding that right now in my age group. That's the thing. So I just am not about to, there is something in my eye. I'm not about to just accept like any type of old attention just because, like, the type of attention that I receive versus the type that I want, two totally different things. Like, nobody ever really approaches me in real life for some reason, and then on the internet, it is just such an unserious place. Like, I'm not on apps or anything like that, but people will DM me, and why will they be in my DMs talking about, oh, I see you're a nurse. I'm looking for somebody to take care of me and my kids. Just be for real. And what about, just be for real. We're gonna move on. The most outrageous one that I have ever gotten, though, I'm about to read to you verbatim because, here we go. What's up? You probably don't remember me, but every time you post, it reminds me of this one time. I was walking with my friend in S&T. That's a building on my college campus. And she stopped to talk to you. We briefly greeted each other and y'all chatted for a while. While we were talking, I was looking into your eyes and instantly, you see what it says there. That's the only time that's ever happened to me, but you've been attracted like that since then. Anyways, your transformation is amazing. You're inspiring. I just want y'all to be so for real. Instantly blocked.
Now, guys, just to be very clear, she is saying that in almost 30 years of her life, or 12 years since she became an adult, she has not been able to find a Christian, God fearing man that is not going to behave in a degenerate way and is not on the streets and wants to live a traditional life. Now, here's the thing: she wants a traditional man, but is she a traditional woman? Okay, because as men, we don't have that many options to choose from when it comes to women, while women have tons of options to choose from when it comes to men. As you can see, she has lots of guys that are constantly in her DMs. She said that her list is very short and everything else is a preference. All he has to be is a genuine, God fearing man that is not in the streets and actually living a Christian traditional life, right? This is, guys, does that make a lot of sense to you? She's claiming that basically every man that she comes across is this type of guy who is disrespectful, degenerate, and presenting themselves in this way. I don't believe it. I genuinely do not believe it. She's acting like she's not picky at all. Guys, the truth is that more than likely she's looking for a guy who makes, you know, at least six figures or above six figures. She may have preferences in the, and she said it. Preferences in the way that he looks. So he may need to be, African American or Latino. You don't know. A lot of women have those preferences. Most black women want to be with a black American women want to be with a black man. This is a statistic. It's a statistic, and you know, how does he look? Well, he needs to be at least 6 feet, make above six figures, be African American, and preferably have a six pack. But those are preferences. The thing is that she says that, oh, he just has to be a decent guy. That's her standard. And yet she refuses to admit that her preferences are also her standards, but she's acting like they're not. Because there is no way whatsoever that she would not meet such a guy. To meet such a guy, it's quite easy. Go to church or join Christian groups online or join eHarmony. And you can find this type of man very, very quickly. I'm just being very honest with you. So she's claiming that no, it's not me, it's them. There's no accountability whatsoever. No accountability whatsoever. And now at 30 years old, or almost 30, she'll be 30 in March. So at the time of making this video, in 1 month, March 2024, she is determined that she will get exactly what she wants while still maintaining this attitude. And I guarantee you, she likely has friends in the friend zone, men in the friend zone that more or less meet those standards. But she's looking for something better, constantly looking for something better. If she did not have a lot of options, if she did not have access to social media, if she did not have those guys in the friend zone, I guarantee you she would find someone immediately. Like by tomorrow, she would have a boyfriend. Okay? And notice, it's not that she hasn't been dating, it's just that she has refused to accept anyone. But she's not picky. Over the course of 12 years, she could not find anyone. Oh, wait, okay. Let's say, oh, she was in college, right? But she's a nurse. So what? So she finished her degree at 22. and she's had 8 years after that to go and get to find a man. Okay, well, oh, maybe she was working on her master, so she's a nurse practitioner, right? Okay, so tag on another 2 years. Okay, so now she's 24, 24, maybe 25. All right, so you've had 5 years to find someone. I mean, guys, do you see where I'm going with this? That's a choice. That is 100% a choice. And of course, then they turn around and say that it's the fault of all men why they cannot find someone. That's the reason why men are walking away. That's the reason why, the Miggly Puffs are growing rapidly, because these women are doing their work for them while then turning around and acting like they are victims and there are no good men out there. Like, guys, I've told you right off the bat, these people, they don't like us. They 100%, they don't like us. They don't want us. Guys, you will never be enough. If think about this, someone like this can go through hundreds of men, hundreds, and say they couldn't find one good man amongst them. Can you imagine going through hundreds of women and saying that you could not find one good woman amongst them? If you went through hundreds of women, hundreds, and you said you couldn't find one decent woman amongst them, then you're probably dating the wrong kinds of women. Hundreds, y'all. And don't get me wrong, right now in Western society, most women are looking for specific things and specific behaviors. But you're telling me that after going through hundreds, you couldn't find one at least decent person? I'm not saying they won't change on you later, but you couldn't find one person that at least met your basic standards. And for most men, the only standards a man typically has is that a woman is fit, feminine, and friendly. Fit, feminine, and friendly. And then on top of this, she has her standards, but she doesn't even think about the notion that men also have standards, you know? Because whenever a man has a standard, women don't like this. And men are becoming more picky today. Men are tired of nonsense, tired of the games, tired of disrespect. And as a result, more men are going overseas to find someone who's fit, feminine, friendly, agreeable, or they're walking away from Western society. If they're not married, if they're not dating, they're choosing to just live lives of ease and comfort, simple lives of luxury. They're living longer right now because we've seen that studies are now finding men who choose not to marry or have children, men who remain single, are living longer lives, significantly longer lives than young women, who are now living shorter lives than women who were born 100 years ago or almost 100 years ago. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, help get the channel to 100,000 subscribers in our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. I'm 30 and never had a boyfriend. What do you guys think regarding this? I want to hear your thoughts, so let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA and men walking away. And cheers.